When I got married, everyone had the same expectation that now that I had a husband and in laws and all that comes with an Indian family, I'd put my career on the back seat, that I'd choose family or ambition. But here's what took me 2 years to prove: you don't have to choose. You can have a career, the relationships, the personal growth, the financial independence. You can be smart and confident, strategic and stylish, ambitious and connected. You can be what I call a brainy baddie. And in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what that means and how to become one. Because the women who figure this out, they don't just succeed, they become unstoppable. So let's get into it. Okay, so what is a brainy baddie? Let me first give you the definition, then I'll show you what it looks like in real life. A brainy baddie is someone who refuses to be one dimensional. On one side, you have the brainy aspect. She reads, she learns, she builds wealth, she thinks strategically. On the other side, however, you have the baddie aspect. She takes care of her body, she has boundaries, she knows her worth, she looks good. Now, most women just pick one aspect and they keep working on that. You are either the smart, nerdy girl in the library who neglects the confidence, or you are the confident girl who knows how to dress well but doesn't add any value to the conversations. A brainy baddie, however, she lives in the intersection. She reads books and does her makeup. She builds multiple income streams and also has unshakable boundaries. She is intellectually curious and physically confident. She is indeed the full package. Now, this isn't a trendy term that you would find on TikTok and Instagram. This is my novel idea, and I came up with this because by living on this concept, saved my life. And let me tell you how. So, I had always been the ambitious kid, someone who has always worked on her career, who is always a hustler. And when I got married, people thought that my career now would take a backseat. Everyone around me just assumed that I'd probably slow down, that I'd quietly settle into being a wife and a daughter in law. Funny enough, that was the time I didn't even have a job. And that was exactly the time I just thought, why? Why are people trying to define me into one box? Why are they asking me to settle down? Why are they telling me what my future has to look like? And that's exactly when I started asking myself, why can't I have a healthy relationship and also build a six-figure business? Why can't I be a good wife and also read books? Why can't I maintain my mental peace while living with my family and also be financially independent? And believe me or not, it took me 2 years of intentional work, 2 years of setting boundaries, of proving myself that I don't have to choose one, that I can be whoever I want to be. And after this realization, I truly started living happily. That is exactly when I realized that the women who are happy after their marriage, they are the women who know how not to pick sides and combine both the personal and professional aspect of their life. So let me break it down for you how you are going to do the same. First of all, let's talk about the brainy side. This part is about your mind, your strategy, how you handle your money. And no, it's not just about reading books, even though that's a part of it. Being brainy means number one, you are intellectually curious. You read, you learn, you ask questions, you do overthink, but not to sabotage yourself, but actually to develop yourself. And I can vouch for this one because I read 25 books last year while living with my families and running my business and being a wife. Not because I'm a superhuman, but because I made the choices that contributed towards my growth. And when you prioritize your growth, you start finding pockets of time. See, each one of us has got the same 24 hours, but it all boils down to how we are actually living our life in those 24 hours. So here's what you can do. You listen to podcasts while you're cooking. You read while you're sipping tea with your family instead of scrolling on your phone. You learn about new topics while you're doing your skincare. In my case, and I'll be completely honest with you, I put on my eye patches while I'm either working on my morning writing block or I'm reading a new subject. Similarly, whenever I'm drinking lukewarm water in the morning, I write or I read. The thing here is that whenever I'm trying to do something for my personal aspect, I make sure to do something for my professional or for my growth aspect as well. That's why my mornings aren't just routines, they're actually my productivity blocks. Number two, you're financially intelligent. Being brainy also means that you don't just earn money for the sake of it. You understand how to build wealth, you know the concept of saving money, and you don't go broke at the end of each month. You're constantly building multiple income streams. You are trying to figure out how you can expand your personal brand. You are trying to find the systems that can actually scale for you. In my case, again, a proven example, I built a six-figure hour business by sitting at the comfort of my home just because I thought strategically about it. Number three, you are well spoken. Being brainy means you know when to speak and you know when to shut up. You articulate yourself clearly when you're speaking. and you command respect. Because being smart isn't just about what you know, it's also about knowing how to communicate it through your words, through your body language, and sometimes even through silence. And here's what most people think about being brainy: they think that being called as a nerd is a disrespect and it is not a compliment. Actually, it is. It is the biggest compliment you can get. Being brainy in real terms is a flex because it's not just about being serious or being boring, it's about becoming a woman of substance. A woman people can't ignore, a woman who knows how to add values to the conversations she's having. That's how you work on your brainy side. Now, let's talk about the baddie side. See, the baddie side isn't just about looking good. Though, let's be honest, again, it's a part of it. Being baddie means number one, you take care of your body. Not because your Instagram influencer says so, just because you understand that when you put in work with your body, you actually feel confident about yourself. And no, I'm not talking about extreme diets or expensive gym memberships. I'm talking about simple, sustainable habits like home workouts, moving your body, going for a walk, eating healthy, sleeping properly. See, if you haven't understood it yet, your confidence actually comes through your body. Your confidence has a huge relation with your physical presence. I have made an entire video upon this subject that I'm attached here, so please go and watch it so that you can understand why taking care of your body is important for the confidence that a baddie has. Number two, you have boundaries. Now, this is a big one. A baddie doesn't people please her way through life. That's not how she shows up. She says no without guilt. She protects her energy. She knows what she will and will not tolerate. Now, here's another personal example. When I got married, I had to set boundaries around my work time because nobody understood what I was actually doing when I was just clacking keys on my keyboard all the time. They never really understood why I had so many online meetings and they never really understood my work. So I had to have uncomfortable conversations with them around it. I had to disappoint people. I had to say no to fun outings while I was working on my business. But boundaries aren't like walls, they're actually doors which you can open up whenever you please. But having boundaries is important for other people as well. That gives them a chance to understand what is important to you and what is not. So try that. Try having some boundaries. Number three, you know your worth. Being a baddie literally means empowerment. Someone with a strong sense of self, someone who does not settle for anything less than what they want. Not in their relationships, not in their business, not in their life. Being a baddie means you price yourself properly. You walk away from what doesn't serve you, you stand on your business, and you focus on self love and living your life fully. Now, here's another thing which people get wrong about being a baddie. They think that being baddie means heartless or being a villain all the time. It's not. Being baddie does not mean being mean or aggressive. It's about being confident enough to take up the space that you need. That's the baddie side. Now, let me show you how you can combine both of them together. So you understand the concept of being brainy and being baddie separately. But how do you combine it and live as a brainy baddie? Here's the secret. Combining them both means that you're going to act like a brainy baddie simultaneously. It's not gonna be like you're gonna act like a brainy in the morning and baddie in the evening. That's not how it's going to work. Let me show you what this looks like and then you can apply it in your life as well with three simple principles. Principle one, stack your habits. Don't choose between self care and productivity. Do both at the same time. Exactly how I put on my eye patches while I read, or I drink lukewarm water first thing in the morning while I write. Your version could be listening to an audiobook while you're commuting back from work, or journaling when you have oil in your hair, or meditating while you're waiting for your conditioner to soak in. The brainy baddie does not waste time, she stacks it all together. Principle number two, make your work visible. The worst thing you can do is hide how ambitious you are with the people around you. Make it known. Let them know how passionate you are about your work. Lately, I had not been able to find time to record Instagram content. So, here's what I started doing I started recording Instagram reels and YouTube shorts exactly when I was doing my skin. I am simultaneously maintaining my appearance while building my brand. And if you don't trust me on this, go and look at my Instagram and see my YouTube shorts. You'll know that I'm not lying. Now, your version for that could be that you are maybe taking client calls while you are walking, or you are consciously dressing well even though you're working from home. Because the brainy baddie, she shows up polished and productive at the same time. Principle number three, boundaries which are inclusive of everyone. And let me tell you with that you can spend time with your family without sacrificing yourself only if you know what your personal boundaries are. So, for example, in my scenario, I have my set work hours. I have personal time. I have time when I am spending that time with my family. And I'm making sure that I'm not people pleasing anywhere. By now, my family knows my routine roughly. They know that, okay, if it's morning, Twinkle will come to us around 10 a.m. Before that, she would have already worked for like 1 and 2 hours, which is like my focus block. And after that, I'll sit with them for an hour or so. I'll have my breakfast. Then I'll get back to work. Then in the lunchtime, I'll spend some time with them. The same thing happens around the dinner time. And this is exactly how they have also been accustomed to my routine. And now they respect every part of it. They respect that I go to bed early, even though norm in my family is pretty different. So in your version, you have to actually communicate it to people around you. You have to tell them that maybe you need 30 minutes of your time every single day, or maybe you work up until 6 p.m. and then you tell them that I am not available until 6 p.m., but after that I'm all yours. Establishing these things and then saying them out loud makes a huge difference. And if I can do that while living with my in-laws, you can surely do that. So don't come to me giving me any sort of excuses. Because the brainy baddie community we are trying to build here, she maintains her relationships and herself. Now, this is what most of you would not understand, so I have to say it out loud that this becoming a brainy baddie is a mindset shift. It is not external, it is not about hitting a metric or looking in a certain way. It is all internal. It is about waking up, knowing who you are, what you tolerate, what you stand for. The brainy side gives you the strategy, and the baddie side gives you the confidence. And together, they make you unstoppable. So don't pick the sides and live in the intersection. And that intersection might look different for you than what it looks for me, and that's completely okay. You find your own version of it. You don't need to copy paste my routine. You just need to find what works for you and what doesn't. So here's what I want you to do. If you are ready, comment triple thread below and let me know truthfully which side you need to develop more. Is it your side or is it your baddie side? And remember, you don't have to choose between being confident and being smart, between being successful and family oriented, between being ambitious and being at peace. You can be both. You can be a brainy baddie. And if in case you want to build the brainy side, watch the next video where I break down how you are going to read 52 books in 2026 that are going to change your mindset without even burning out. And I will see you with another banger video next week.